My Hebrew brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered all over the earth, welcome back. This is your Moreh Yeshua Ben Uriah Israel, and we just want to take this moment to thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes and thank you for your comment. But I thank you for your prayers. Thank you for praying for me. Your Moreh need your prayers, okay? In the last session, we were dealing with Psalm 10, and we finished verse 2. And in this session, we want to continue. Psalm 10 is another prayer for justice. As the psalmist is praying, and thanking Yahuwah. Okay. Now, listen. What's going on in the world today? It's, we have what we refer to as Black History Month. Many people want to rule it out. Many people want to throw it out. My brothers, my sisters, if they throw out Black History Month in the United States, we have no record. They want, as a matter of fact, they don't even want to teach. One of the leaders is saying that they want to cut out the, teaching high schoolers, about Black history. They don't want to deal with it. My brothers, my sisters, we're not the one who got up from Israel and went over to into West Africa. Our ancestors didn't want to leave their homeland. But the Romans, the Gentiles, they ran them out, literally, the way they were treating them, burning their cities, and so on. Nero destroyed, the temple and did a lot of evil things, okay, in AD 70. So, we weren't the ones, our ancestors were not the ones that pick up themselves and leave West Africa to come to the United States and to the Caribbean and to parts of Europe and different places of the world through slavery. No. They were brought here by the Gentile people. No, they don't want to hear of the act. You talk about a Holocaust? This was a Holocaust. Nothing to compare with the Holocaust that the problem is that, when it affects the European people, or people of the European descent, when it affects them, they don't want to deal with it. Well, they created it. They had to create this problem. But now they don't want to hear about it, and they don't want the children to read about it. My brothers, my sisters, in every country, there's good history and bad history. So we just got to face it. Hey, this was what happened. We're not running around with sticks and guns to take revenge. All we do is just pray and trust Yahuwah. It happened. And right now, all we have to do is face up to it. They didn't do it, your ancestors did it. And my brothers and sisters, our people, they labor. Nobody can hide this from history. This is history. They labor and make European people rich. So don't try to act like it didn't happen. It happened. And all you have to do is just embrace it and say, look, yes, you know, our people did wrong. And then you work towards trying to correct it. So it won't happen under your watch again. They want to hear it. They don't want to listen to it. It's too overwhelming. It's too overwhelming. They don't want to hear it. Thousands of people, hung on a tree. Some years ago, in the 70s, 80s, I started a church in Jacksonville. It's called the Kids Church because I was a teenager, right? And there was kids coming. The only adult first was in there was my godmother. Then my plan, my strategy was to use the kids to get adults, and so little more adults started coming. You know, they're having problem, you know, with getting adult there. So we start doing programming, you know, doing recitals and, you know, and things like that, and having things that encourage parents to come, and they could not send the kids, they have to bring the kids themselves. So I remember I used to go, we were meeting in a community center, they call it the Westbrook Park. Used to meet there. And so that was a community, it was basically an Anglo community. Few blacks were moving in at the time. This was right, you know, shortly after integration. And so anyway, I used to go there, and it was like coming on to, when we rented the place was like in the summertime. And we had the man who was the supervisor for the place, you know, he told me, he said, look, there's another group that meets here every other Saturday night. And not knowing that he was a part of that group. So anyway, the October, it was cold, it was very cold, and, you know, I decided that we were going to have Sunday school and Sunday activity with the kids and different things. You know, I go down there Saturday night and turn the heater on, so that it would be, you know, it was about 30 degrees in the October time, to tell you how cold it was. So I went down there, my brothers and my sisters, and I was going, as I was going up the road towards the center, I noticed that a whole lot of cars and vans and, you know, pickup trucks and, you know, different, they were parking alongside the way. I think I saw even some motorcycle there too. But they were parking on both sides of the road, and then in the compound where the community center was, a lot of trees, a lot of huge trees. And they were parked all over in the place. So I realized the light was on the building, and the door was shut, you know, and it was one of those doors where you could see through the front door. It's two double doors, you know, and so I went to the building and I knocked, and lo and behold, a group of men were in there, okay? all dressed in white. And the platform area where, like the pulpit, up there is a rostrum type up there. They were like all of the tables, they have some dining tables that they use, folding tables. A couple of those tables were up there, and the men were up there sitting down. And then down in the audience area, the seating area, it was filled with people. So when I knocked on the door just parted open. So one man was on that side of the door and one was on the other side of the door. And then I saw all of these people and they turned around and looked at me. And some of them had the hoodie on, so you couldn't see their faces. Right? It was this long white cap, hats pointed. And then, then I noticed the men that were sitting up there, everything just happened fast, And I said to myself, oh my God, these are Ku Klux Klan. It's the first I came right in the midst of these people. And I tell you, my brothers, my sisters, I was shocked. And the man came, the man said, what do you want, boy? And I started saying, don't call me a boy. I was a boy. And I was about 17, I probably not. And they said, I said, yes, I use the building in the morning, so please leave the heater on. And one of the men up the top was sitting up at the he was wearing his white boots, and then you could see some of them have the red boots too, all long. They were sitting down. You could see the long gowns and everything, but you could see the boots. And then one of them was up there shouting and say, yes, we know that you're meeting here. By this time is the man who rented me the place. But he could not tell me no, because you see is public. It's for the public, So I said, my brothers, my sisters, when I came out, as a matter of fact, I didn't even turn around, I just back out, I just step out back ways, And then they closed the door and I jumped in my foster mother's van, and I got home. I was like about, probably 9 miles to where we live. When I got home and got inside the house, and she looked at me and she said, it is cold, it is very cold. How are you sweating like that? So I told her, I said, I just ran into some Ku Klux Klan. And she said to me, yes, I know you were going to run into them. I know, but I wanted to get, the, experience of seeing them. So my brothers, my sisters, let me say this, that those people, they help to create a lot of the problems. So anyway, that was Saturday night. So I noticed Sunday that the leaves, because it was turning, a lot of leaves were falling. So I decided to go down there the Monday to rake some of the leaves up. And a lady who lives across the street, an elderly lady, because she was in her 80s, beautiful white hair. Her hair was white. And she came to the gate and she called me and she said, son. And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, you were there for a long time. Do you have water? I said, no, I'm not bringing any water for me, because I didn't know I was going to stay long. And she went in and brought me some bottled water. And then she started telling me give me a history of the place that I was meeting. And she said she saw me over there and she's very scared for me, because she knows that the Ku Klux Klan meeting there. And she said her grandfather was like a grand wizard in the Ku Klux Klan. So she knows about that, and she said since she was a girl, she this, tried to decide against it, but because she living with her parents and her grandparents, and they were part of that thing, she just have to be careful, she don't ruffle the feathers, But she started to give me the history, and so I said to her, I said, ma'am, I noticed that some men came over here with a machine and they were going through under the trees and they had this machine and searching, and I said, what are they doing? And she said, oh, they're searching for money, for gold. I said, gold? He said, yeah. He said, that's where they used to lynch the black people, the men. And he said, whatever they have in their pocket, they turn them upside down, tie them by the feet, and the money would run out of the pocket. And because the place was kind of sandy, over a period of time, sand and leaves and different things go. So they would come there and they say a lot of people come there and make a lot of money looking for that thing. So my brothers and sisters, the history is not a nice one. It's not a nice one when you think about the suffering that our people went through. And she stayed right there at her in the house to say, because she'd been living in the house from she was born. Okay, and there's a 2-3-story houses. It was right in front of the community center that was meeting. And she saw everything, she knows everything. And then when she was talking to me, a couple of times she wiping, tears from her eye because she witnessed and she saw it. And I was surprised, I'm going to be honest with you. She was honest talking to me and telling me a lot of things that happened. And she witnessed a lot of it, and she was a part of those kind of history because her parents and grandparents were part of it. So that was my induction, to the Ku Klux Klan. And so I know that these people are, I know that they're out there and they don't care, and many of them are church people. Okay, many of them are in the churches. Some of them are deacons in the churches. Some of them are leaders in the churches. And I don't know if some of the preachers not a part of it too. But I tell you what, my brothers, my sisters, YAHUAH is not sleeping, and he's alive and well. And he promises that he's going to watch over us. Okay, so in verse 3, okay, I just giving you a little bit of history of the, why they should not take, black studies out of the school, because, it reminds our people, our kids growing up, it reminds them of what happened. And those who are not African American, European descent, it show them and let them learn about some of the things that have been hidden from them, so that they don't repeat those things. All right, I'm going to look at one word here. It said, "For." This is what it said in verse 3. For. I'm going to look at the word bless there. But it said in verse 3, it reads, it said, "For the wicked boasteth, of his heart, of his heart's desire." He boasts of his heart's desire, the wicked. Okay? And then he blesses the covetous, whom YAHUAH abhor. So the people that YAHUAH said he's going to bring judgment against them, they are the ones that the wicked bless. Don't you see it in politics? Don't you see it in politics? The people who are supposed to be leading us, our leaders, okay, they boast, the wicked people boast, of their heart's desire, all the things that they want to do and they desire to do, and, the evil, and they boast about it. And then they turn around and bless the covetous person. You know, covetous person is, I have, but I need yours and the other people. Not satisfied. Covetous person is a person, he will go as far as he can to gain. He have a whole lot piling up sitting on here. He can't even use it most times. But he wants what you have. He's going to take what you have, my brothers and sisters, to put along with what he has. Greedy. A covetous person is a greedy person. And he will do, and he will kill to get what he wants. He will kill to get what he wants. There are a few words. Let's look at the word blessed there, because this word is let me see, halal. I think this word is halal. Let me see there. Let me go back to that word. Praise his name. Praise his holy name. So, this wicked person here, he will go as far as he can. You know, he will work hard, tireless, to get to the place. He bless the covetous person. Right? Halal. Halal is the word here, to shine. You know, to bless a person. Right? And the word here is shine. In the part of speech is a verb. Halal. It is hey, lamed, and lamed. Hey, lamed, and lamed. Okay? And halal is a word, the Hebrew word there. To shine means to shine. You know, it is like you said, barak, to kneel, to bless. And you know, and it comes from this word like bet, resh, and dalet. And it's also barak. And barak is the spelling of the word, or the pronunciation, or the, you know, if you want, the phonetic part of it. And it means to kneel, to bless. It means abundantly bless, actually bless, to bless. Bless is bless. Bless me indeed. Bless them at all. Those who bless. Blessed be. Blessed is everyone who blesses. Oh, blesses, blessing, boast, congratulate, curse, curses, greatly bless, greeted, and is also had to bless, kneel down, knelt, persisted. You talk about in blessing, persisted in blessing, pronounced blessing, salutes, surely bless, thanked, you know, and the basa is another word, batsa, to cut off or to break off or to gain by violence. Okay. So, basa, definition, to cut off, to break off, or to gain by violence. Again, it's the same word. It was very, very important word that it comes up. And it comes from a primary root, to break off or to gain by violence. Okay, and it's to accomplish, to break, you know, to break ranks or to be completed, or cut me off, or cut off, or cut me off again, I finish, or gain by violence, or to get dishonest thing, you know, gain, to get, to answer greedy, it's a greedy man, or injured, you're for gain, profit, and so on. Okay. All right. So that's the word here. Then we're going to stop. We're going to stop here, and then we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone, my brothers and sisters, and walk with the King. Shalom.